We here at the Sports History Network proudly partner with 26 podcasts, all revolving around the history of sports. But did you know that many of our hosts were sports history authors way before they started their shows? It's true. We've got Joe Ziemba, host of When Football Was Football, Joe Zagurski, host of Pro Football in the 1970s, Mark Morthier, host of Yesterday's Sports, Tommy Phillips, host of Lombardi Memories, and Scott Adamson, co-host of From the 55-Yard Line. All these authors have many books for you to choose from. To check them out, go to our website at sportshistorynetwork.com/sportshistorybooks. Pick up your copy today. Soundtrack provided by Kevin MacLeod of filmmusic.io.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
Greetings from the Garden State of New Jersey. This is Ringside with Reading, boxing history from yesteryear, brought to you by the Sports History Network. I am your host, Frank Redding. In this episode, I will be speaking of boxers who fought for the World Championship a total of 3 or more times in their careers, however, were not successful. I am going to title this Close But No Cigar. I just want to correct an error I made from the previous podcast when I mentioned that Ed Too Tall Jones defeated Yaki Lopez. My correction, it was Yaki Meneses from Mexico, who was a heavyweight journeyman. I apologize for the error. Regardless, these gentlemen that fought for the title should not be forgotten about or discarded. The true fan will always remember them with fondness and great memories, and all must deserve an A+ for effort. The first boxer I am going to discuss is Yaki Lopez. He fought for the light heavyweight title a total of 4 times and the cruiserweight title 1 time. On October the 9th of 1976 in Copenhagen, Denmark, he lost a 15-round decision to John Conte for the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. He was twice defeated by Victor Galindez in 15-round decisions for the WBA Light Heavyweight Championship of the World on September 17th of 1977 in Rome, Italy, and May the 6th of 1978. He was KO'd in 14 by Matthew Saad Muhammad on July the 13th of 1980 in McAfee, New Jersey. On September the 21st of 1983, for the WBC Cruiserweight Championship of the World, he was knocked out in 4 rounds by Carlos De Leon. That was his last title fight, and probably the greatest defeat he suffered in any title fights. He finished his career with a total of 76 professional fights with 61 wins, 15 losses, and 39 knockouts. The next gentleman I'm going to cover is Reuben Castillo. Reuben Castillo fought for the world title a total of 4 times at featherweight and super featherweight. His ledger is the best competition and most impressive of all I will cover today in this segment. He lost to 3 Hall of Fame all-time greats. On January the 20th of 1980, He was stopped in 11 rounds by Alexis Arguello in Tucson, Arizona, for the WBC Super Featherweight Championship of the World. 3 months later, on April the 12th of 1980, also in Tucson, he lost a 15-round decision to Salvador Sanchez for the WBC Featherweight Championship. On February 20th, 1983, he lost a 12-round decision to Juan Laporte in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And his last title defeat was on April the 19th of 1985 in Inglewood, California for the WBC Super Featherweight Championship. He was stopped in 6 rounds by Julio Cesar Chavez. His career ended with 79 pro fights, 67 wins with 35 knockouts, 10 losses, and 2 draws. Howard Davis Jr. is the next man I'm going to discuss. He was the most celebrated 1976 Olympic champion who was surely to be a world champion destined to win a title. He suffered a total of 3 title defeats. The first was against Jim Watt in Glasgow, Scotland on June 7th, 1980. 15-round decision for the WBC lightweight title. On June 23rd, 1984, he lost a 12-round decision to Edwin Rosario for the WBC lightweight championship of the world in Hato Rey, Puerto Rico. And his third and final title bout, he was stopped in 1 round by James Buddy McGirt in New York on July 31st of 1988. He finished his career with a total of 43 fights, 36 wins, 6 losses, and 1 draw, with only 14 knockouts. Colin Jones is the next man I'm going to discuss. He had 3 title shots, 2 against Milton McCrory and 1 against Donald Curry. On March 19th of 1983, in Reno, Nevada, he had a 12-round draw against Milton McCrory for the WBC welterweight title. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the first title fights under the 15-round limit. 5 months later, on August 13th of 1983, in Las Vegas, Nevada, he had a rematch with McCrory and lost a 12-round decision for the WBC welterweight championship, also Las Vegas. Third and final title fight, he was stopped in 4 rounds by current superstar and at the time one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the sport, Donald Curry, for the WBA welterweight championship in Birmingham, England. He finished his career with a total of 30 fights, 26 wins, 23 knockouts, 3 losses, and 1 draw. The final boxer I am going to discuss was Juan Domingo Rodian from Argentina. He had 3 title fights and was unsuccessful in all. The first was for the undisputed middleweight title. On March 30th of 1984, he challenged Marvelous Marvin Hagler in Las Vegas, Nevada. He was stopped in 10 rounds, but he is the only man credited with scoring a knockdown on Hagler. On October 29th of 1987 in Las Vegas, Nevada, for the vacant WBC middleweight championship, he was stopped in 4 rounds by Thomas Hitman Hearns. And on November 4th of 1988 in Las Vegas, Nevada, he was stopped in 8 rounds by Michael Nunn in his third and final title fight. He finished his career with 74 fights, 67 wins, 47 knockouts, 5 defeats, and 2 draws. I'm going to conclude this segment, ladies and gentlemen, by saying all these men should be held in high esteem and applaud for giving their all. And once more, the true fan will never forget any of these gentlemen. They came close, but no cigar. This is your host, Frank Redding, signing off from Ringside with Redding, Boxing History from Yesteryear, brought to you by the Sports History Network, saying to all listeners, be happy, healthy, and safe. Until next time.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
At the Sports History Network, we're all about sports yesteryear, and so we're so pleased to introduce you to Row One, an online memorabilia gallery and shop that brings your sports history to life anywhere. The Row One gallery includes over 5,200 gorgeously reproduced prints of team posters, game program covers, game tickets, advertisements, and more in baseball, pro and college football, pro and college basketball, and more. And any gallery item may be printed in a variety of sizes on wood, metal, canvas, acrylic, or poster paper. And in Row One shop, check out the thousands more of unique items with the retro and historical designs dating back to 1876, including t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, phone cases, mugs, blankets, pillows, towels, and even shower curtains. Go to sportshistorynetwork.com, ROW1, for access to the full Row One catalog and for gallery prints and gift items, plus get a 15% discount off all prints on the Row One Pictorium Gallery with coupon code SHN15. Follow the link on the show notes. At the Sports History Network, we're all about sports yesteryear, and so we're so pleased to introduce you to Row One, an online memorabilia gallery and shop that brings your sports history to life anywhere. The Row One gallery includes over 5,200 gorgeously reproduced prints of team posters, game program covers, game tickets, advertisements, and more in baseball, pro and college football, pro and college basketball, and more. And any gallery item may be printed in a variety of sizes on wood, metal, canvas, acrylic, or poster paper. And in Row One shop, check out the thousands more of unique items with the retro and historical designs dating back to 1876, including t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, phone cases, mugs, blankets, pillows, towels, and even shower curtains. Go to sportshistorynetwork.com, ROW1, for access to the full Row One catalog and for gallery prints and gift items, plus get a 15% discount off all prints on the Row One Pictorium Gallery with coupon code SHN15. Follow the link on the show notes.